is Jeff Warren from George Massenburg Labs. I'm going to talk to you a little bit today about the Model 2032, which is a fairly recent product we released actually about two and a half years ago now, which is a combination unit of our microphone preamplifier and also our parametric equalizer from our standalone unit range. It's really modified very slightly in terms of topologies. The overall circuitry and components are actually the same that we use in the standard units that have been known for the last 25 plus years really at this point. So if you take a look here at the 2032, it's the top unit here in the rack. You see it's a one rack space unit, and for us it's a bit of an original, first time for us to have an internal power supply, which helps us actually make this a fairly compact package, and one which is a bit more portable, which is one of the design goals we had in mind, is to make it something that a producer could put 2 or 3 of these in a small rack and move around and actually hit the road and make a more portable package. We see here on the front end of the left side of the panel is the preamplifier section, and in that section it's the standard 8300 style microphone preamplifier, modified very slightly in this case. In addition to the 5 dB steps on gain control, we also have a plus or minus 5 dB fine gain control, which is continuously variable. In this case, with modern converters not having input sensitivity control, it actually is sort of a nice feature, not being locked into just 5 dB steps. It's the same preamplifier otherwise. Then we also have a high-pass filter with 3 positions, 40 Hz, 100 Hz, and then also flat where it's actually out of circuit. The preamplifier has also been modified very slightly, as in our previous single channel flagship Model 2020, which includes direct input, which we call musical instrument input, which is a 1/4-inch jack on the front, and there's a select switch for selecting the source between the microphone and the musical instrument. Both of those have an entire total range of between 10 and 75 dB of gain. So for most sources, this is going to be a pretty flexible range. And one of the remarkable things about this preamp that shares with its previous heritage of the 8300 series is that it sounds remarkably the same at low gain and high gain. There's no bandwidth difference, there's no transient response difference. It's remarkably similar across that entire range. That's a fairly unique feature about the way the GML preamps are designed. The other half of the Model 2032 is the parametric equalizer, perhaps for which George is best known. And this is actually a slight reworking in terms of the form factor, but the same topology as is used in the standard Model 8200. In this case, it's only a 4-band parametric equalizer, mainly in terms of space concerns. But we found that 4 bands is typically a good number for most purposes. In this case, it seems to be workable with especially the high frequency and low frequency bands being copied across, including the shelving function. And those are actually in the detents here. If you look at the frequency and Q control, which are mounted dual concentrically, the Q control has a detent position for the shelf function on both of the outer bands. As with the 8200, it's a similar range of cut and boost, plus or minus 15 dB, and also a good hard 0 dB reference center. So that even when the EQ is in, when the cut and boost controls are at 0 dB, that's a good hard 0 dB. One of the things in this unit that sort of makes it unique as a single channel is that also we have an insert function that you see here, and that allows the EQ and the preamplifier to operate completely independently from each other. When this is disengaged, the preamplifier feeds the equalizer section directly, and when it's engaged, it feeds rear panel XLR interconnects for an insert function. So they can be used either together or have perhaps a dynamics unit, perhaps a Model 8900 inserted in between, or you can use the preamplifier for one signal and the equalizer for another. So it makes for overall a pretty flexible package, we think, and it's not one that we feel has really been compromised in any way, and meets the GML standards.